Hello everyone, my name is Sandy and this is episode 4 of series called My Journey with Jesus. And welcome to this channel. If you're watching, I invite you to support our channel. You can subscribe, you can like, you can share this video to help us to spread the good news of gospel. Because in this video I'm telling my story with Jesus, my experience, and yes, last time, if you miss, I was telling the way back to God and the way back to Jesus, the beginning, the start of all this, how I start to think about God, because He was helping me. That was a miracle what happened in my life, but still I didn't come back straight away. There was a time, and there was a time of 2 years, a period. I need to find the right place, because we was looking for the right place. I was looking for the truth, and the Bible say, if you knock, it will be open to you. If you look, it will be and ask, it will be given to you. And that's why it has to be a time period, and it's not happen immediately. Even the miracles didn't help sometimes to come to God, because there is a big enemy in front of us, and it's all the time try to distract us. And it was a really big battle in my mind. It was a big battle for my faith, for my soul, because enemy is the one who didn't want us to come to Jesus, who didn't want to know us what is the truth, and who didn't want us to go in eternal life and be saved. Because there is only one way, and the way is Jesus Christ. And that's why there is so many lies, and that's why there is so many confusion, there is so many deception, and all because devil wants us to think that, oh, everything is fine, just live your life, don't believe anything, and everything will be grand with you. But okay, I will continue. Previous time I was telling a first experience, and if you wanna if you missed this, go back and look in the third episode of my journey with Jesus. But this time, I will tell you the next steps, what happened with us, because how I already tell you last time, I was in the church. That was the first experience after long years that we go to the Seventh Adventist church. And what happened there, but we was for a very short time there. And then my husband broke his leg, his ankle, and we didn't have money. And for that reason, he need to go back again to work outside the country. And he had a job in United Kingdom. He was there for a few months, but we already have experience before that it didn't work out, and it's just break our relationships, because you can live separate for a very long time. It's a very great damage to relationships. And I still has a problems. I still has those panic attacks. I still has the depression. I still has all kind of sorts of health issues, and I couldn't stay alone for a long time. And that's why we need to sort it out very quickly. And my husband got work in United Kingdom. He was working in London for some time. But I tell him, I go visit him, and I tell him, no, that's not the place. That's not the right place where we will move with all the family, because London is too big, too dangerous. It's not really my cup of tea. And then he moved to the little bit smaller town where he get job in poultry factory and egg factory. Sorry, and then he get me a job, and I go there. And I say, no, this is not the job for me. I would never do this for a very long time, because the attitude was horrible. The job, the all all was horrible, and we need to live together with people. We need to share things, and we need to pay big money for our rooms, for everything. And I tell him, no, this is not working out. But that was the second experience with the church, because I telling you that God is always working out on us. He's always providing us the chance to meet him, to if we look for the truth, it will be granted to us. And he know that. And there was one church, I don't know how we find it, but I know that there was a pastor, and I even don't know what kind of church it was. If serious, we was just once there, because we wasn't there for a long time. And the pastor was very nice. The first pastor even that I can say that who was interested in us, who was interested to come and visit us and everything. But we just because we was for a short time there for 2-3 weeks. That was the second experience when we go to the church. And of course we didn't understand anything, and that was more religious church, because that was a building, like a church building, and there was like some kind of rituals they are doing, and we didn't understand anything. But how I already told you, God is all the time the one who is pointing you to him, and he will find chances, and he will find people to reach you. And then after a few weeks we was there, I said 2-3 weeks we was working there. We understand that it will not work out for us, and I go back to home, because our son was small and he stay alone, not alone, but like alone with not mom and dad, but there was his auntie, and we didn't want him to stay so long without parents because he was very small. And my husband get a job offer from his friend, who is Latvian as well, and he was working in Ireland. And that's the real way how we get to Ireland, because that was God's purpose. I can see it now, because that was the right place where we need to be. And of course we was doing everything out of desperation, because we need money, we need help, we need everything. But I think that God provide us this chance to come live to Ireland. And my husband came here, and very very quick, I think in 1 month he get a house, he have a job, he have everything. And we was moving with our son and 2 dogs in to Ireland. And it was very big journey because we was moving with the first of all we was moving with the plane. We go to London to my sister, then we came with the train and a ship. But after then I need to go and collect my dogs, and that was very long journey with the car. But that's different story. And that's how we moved to Ireland already 10 years ago. It's already 10 years we are living here. And then the real journey with Jesus began, because this is the place we found Jesus. This is the place we born again. And both my husband, me, and our son as well. And that's why when I continue to share this experience, I want to tell you my experience with God, my struggles, and the most of experience in churches, because it's very, very, very important, because I can see that so many people left Christianity, left God, and because of things done them from church, from people, because there is so much in Ireland specifically, there is so much religion, and religion done so much harm to Ireland, specifically Catholic Church. If we talk about that, and people can separate those 2 things: who is Jesus Christ, God, and who is religion, because they think that the religion is the same God. And when they have this bad experiences with religion, they encounter religion and evil from people who are representing God, then they left and say, I don't want to do anything. And if there is a God, He would never allow those things to happen. But unfortunately, there is a God, and He allows those things to happen because He gave us free will, and we can choose to do good and we can choose to do evil, and we can't, God can't say someone because to what to do and what not to do. He gives His commandments. He gives Bible. He gives people who teach us and how to live by the principles of God. But if I choose to not live by principles of God, if I choose evil over the good, yeah, then God can't do anything because it's a free will. It's our choices. Because if God will tell us uh, do this or do that, and we can't choose, it means that we would be a robot. But He gave us free will because He loves us, and we can choose even to love Him or reject Him. And it's a very, very important matter, and we need to understand that. And we need to understand that we need to follow Jesus, not humans, not church, even not religion, but we need to follow Jesus. And if I would follow people, or I would follow church, I would follow some religion, I can believe and 100% say that I would not sitting here and I would not be even a believer, because there is so much harm and there is so much evil done to us in church. And I believe I need to speak out for that, because there is so many people who are struggling because of that. But I tell you, dear friends, that there is a God, there is a Jesus Christ who loves us and who wants the best for us. But there is still a people, and specifically in churches, who done evil things and who can done a lot of damage. And because we are flesh, we are humans, and where there is a humans, there is a problems always. And yes, that's the main reason why I'm doing this series, because I want to not only warn people, but just to bring him this revelation of that there is a evil things, there is a evil people, and there is people who will use religion to do evil, and they will abuse their free will. And yeah, they represent God, they are pastors or leaders or whatever, but you don't need to follow them. You need to follow Jesus Christ, and because He is the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through Him. And if you reject Him, you have a very big danger to not be with Him forever and eternity, but be separated from God. And why? Because of people who done evil, who choose to done evil, but you have different choices to make. And that's why I invite you to make right choices in your life, and not look back, on the people who done bad things to you, but choose God anyway. Okay, I will continue on my journey. And now we are all living an island, and of course, what island is most popular place is Catholic Church, and that's the first place we was going, because um, they are big buildings, they are everywhere. We was living in small village, and yes, we was going to those masses, and we didn't experience God there, of course, because there is no God and there is just religion, and we didn't understand, or language wasn't so good in those times. It's 10 years ago, and we was going there, but nothing. And then we move, after some time, we moved to Arklow. It's another village, and I start doing I opened my barber shop. I was doing barbering, and in this place we again start to look for a church, look for God, look for those opportunities, and I very thank God that He provides people, He provides opportunities. And the first opportunity we have was first of all not in church, but in online, because I I I have offered to join groups, online groups, and I find a very, very good pastor who have very good teaching, and still we follow this teaching to this day, because this teaching give us a very sound doctrine, very sound ground to follow. If not this pastor, certainly we can go astray, but we still follow him. And then was because he was talking about the personal relationships with God, and he said you need to read Bible, you need to pray, and everything in your life will change. And he was preaching about that so much. And why it was speaking to me, because I really find that what he was preaching was truth. That's what I'm looking for. And I start to follow him. I start to do everything what he was telling me to do, everyone, he was telling everyone to do, but I was watching his preaching. I was in those connect groups and online, and I was following the steps he was teaching. And that's why it's very important, if you have a Bible and if you want to know the truth, you need to read your Bible. Because my colleague before, I already told you, give me a Bible uh, previous 2 years, 3 years ago, but I never opened it, because nobody told me that that is the most important thing, not to follow person, but to follow God through his word, And if I encourage you, if you have a Bible, please read it. Please find for yourself that this is the truth. And if you're looking for the truth, you can find it only in the Bible. And I was starting to pray as well, because it's a very difficult thing to do if you don't know how to pray and everything. But I was trying to do this. And I can tell you now, when I look back to this, that was the crucial moment for me, because there was so many opposition, there was so many, the main battle was in my mind, because my mind was all the time attacked by devil, and I still has a mental issue, still has some problems with my health, and I have struggled to believe. Even after I experience miracles, even God saved me, I still struggle to believe that God exists. You can believe that or not, but I still struggle with that. And but that was the crucial moment. This pastor reading Bible, praying, and the battle. And I had a lot of time, because I just opened my shop and there was no much people coming in. And I was a lot of time to read, to watch videos, and I was feeding myself with the truth. And after some time, after a month or two, we find out that there is a church beside our house, across the street, and we start to go there. That was a very small fellowship church. There was a few people just, and I will tell you next time what happened there, because that is the very crucial moment in my life as well. And we gain lots of experience to going to that church. It's not was a very long time, I think some year or something, but it was a good example and good teaching, like not in the good way teaching, but how to not do, because every experience teaches something. And there was so many things what was wrong, but I will want to tell you about this next time in the next video. But this time I'm very thankful that you are watching this episode, that you are following this channel, and because we have a great changes in our channel. We change our name, and we will change many things, and we want to introduce you, and if you follow this channel, then you will have the Sunday messages, you will have these episodes you can watch, and maybe with the time you can have something else, but we're still in the process of creating new content for our viewers. And all these episodes and all the information you can get in this channel, we soon will be only in the English, because it will be more in the English speaking people. And yes, that you don't want to miss anything. You want to still know more about my experience and what I'm experiencing in the church, how I was growing, what happened with me, bad, good things, my struggles. Then please follow, share this video, and maybe this video can help someone else to find the truth, because I know how difficult it is and how big is the struggle and how big is the stronghold of devil of this darkness to not find the truth. And for me it was so long time to get back to God. And I was almost 30 years old when I'm finally get back and become born again. And yes, dear friends, thank you for watching this channel, and see you next time.